As you walked away, I called out your name. It was at that very moment I knew I would not be the same. You left me broken all alone, and now you will not pick up your phone. Did you think that would get me feeling down? No, that made me drive all around that old small town. Did you think I would drown in your pain? Hell to the no, let me explain. I drove up to that old dive bar on the corner of a new tomorrow. I thought I was going in to drink away my sorrows. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. As you drove on by that old glowing neon sign, you see me walking in with someone new. You thought you left me broken and alone, waiting for me to pick up that damn phone. Did you think I would move on? It was a new day you left for me tomorrow. Hell to the no, let me explain. I drove up to that old dive bar on the corner of a new tomorrow. I thought I was going in to drink away my sorrows. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. Hell to the no, let me explain. I drove up to that old dive bar on the corner of a new tomorrow. I thought I was going in to drink away my sorrows. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long.
Creators, stop paying for tools that don't really work for you. With Base 44, you can build your
So you might want to get eyes on this.
This is a really dumb video to talk about with you guys. However, I'm going to talk to you about it. There's a reason for it. We're not going to review it because it's an hour long. We're just going to go a little bit to where she starts talking about traders and what's happening to her videos. Quit accusing people of shit, Jody. You're hacked. Plain simple. It's the same hackers I have. They do the same, look, they do the same thing with me. Quit attacking traders. It's dumb. Get over it. Hey, you know what? Learn to read the thumbnails. Read your birdies, baby. Let's do this. Go back and watch my content. You'll figure it out now that you know for sure you're hacked. Quit going crazy. Don't let it take control of you. The whole world's going to see you going nuts. Quit recording every fucking device. Will you tell people they're not allowed to take your clips? Here, let's do that first. Let's go to add a note. I want you to listen to her, and then we're going to go listen to the traders one, and you're going to hear what she says in traders about what she does while she complains about people doing this shit to her.
Do whatever.
It's a short video. She doesn't want us to steal her clips, but she'll leave certain videos up.
All right. All right, now. So I just want y'all to think about something. All right. Just
Fucking dragging ass. Hold on.
psycho cunt dramatic grandma over 3000 coming in a bit ago out of the gates. Right? Lord, we're all just shocked at that. Hey, that seemed weird to all of y'all, considering what the subject matter was the last 5 minutes ago. Just shocking. Anyway, it's like what? Well, I shouldn't. Yeah, anyway, I had a note, right? Over all these years, there's been many of you back there. Some of you who turned rabid, because I put you in the box, right? Oh, you did. Or because I wouldn't be frenzies, or what do this. There's a whole bunch of you back there that wish you were out. There's some of you that were definitely pocket modded and otherwise back there. Weird shit.
Jody Truth, sometimes I'll be trying to leave a chat in your message. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. You do play the box game. It's a game, Jody. It's not because you're putting anybody in there for any other fucking reason but to play games. Right? Like, everything to you, life is a fucking game. You don't want answers for Summer because if you did, you would not have people in the box. It's very rare I put people in the box. I want the information. If you're really out here for Summer, you would do the battling and the fighting and the figuring out, is there somebody out here connected to Summer's case? I wouldn't be putting them in the box, ignoring them, talking shit on them, crying like a fucking baby. Like, again, not really an attack. Oh, I guess what the fuck is. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But you get on here and you cry about stupid shit when you could be given real details. Now, however, I do love your content when you cover a Fred and a Ziggy or a Cher. But this shit, we all put ourselves in boxes. We all let others put us in boxes. It's a group effort. Okay? Although you're talking about boxes in the YouTube world, you came out here starting about boxes. Remember, before you were public.
And because of circumstances, I don't know. Anyway. I know all of you here on YouTube have watched how many amongst you have been like, man, the bitch has got me blocked over there. The bitch won't take me out of the box. Cycles of Jody Sue, take me out of the box. All right. Can't say anything over there in the box. How many of y'all are in the box? Should be a great deal of you. Okay, now for the watching crew here. Right, no, hey, watchers, bush watchers, everything else in between. Rabbits, all those. How many of y'all have ever taken out of the box? How many? Not very goddamn many, right? I know more than a few of you have every live I've ever done recorded in real time. How many?
All right. Here's what she's going to go on to say. We're just going to listen to a little. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you what she's doing. She's trying to say the hackers are putting people and taking people out of the box. Very fucking plausible. I'm not going to lie. They have remote access to my computer. I have it recorded too. Okay? But that's not even why we're listening to this portion, although I forgot about that. But she's accusing hackers of taking people in and out of the box, and she doesn't understand how they get there. Well, you're modded. Either look at your mods or look at your hackers. Jody, I can teach you all about them if you just listen. It's really quite a fucking conundrum when you discover them. No fucking joke. Right, Ellen? To a point, I think Jody's useful. However, this lets me know she's not one of my hackers because she's starting to do the holy fuck shit. I'm hacked. Wait till you read the thumbnails, Jody. Keep it going. It gets so much better. Wait till they gain remote access to your fucking computer and you see little dots flying everywhere. Not a joke. I've been at it for about a year. Won't you go figure it out? You ain't gonna figure out who the fuck it is. I can't figure it out. Say hi. I got many ideas, but these people will know everything about your life as they tell you about it in your thumbnails. Your chat is fucked up. What do you mean? Oh, during my lives. Yeah, my chat's messed up. I could go grab some thumbnails and teach you how to read them. You ready? It's real shit, dude. Gotta learn how to decode. Now we gotta figure out who the fuck it is playing fuck shit games behind our backs. See, I decided I'm gonna keep them here. I could get rid of them. I can go get VPNs. I can take my fucking computer to Geek Squad and do all kinds of shit. I don't want to. I decided it has something to do with summer, and I think we should all be paying attention. Anybody who has weird shit, any creator that has weird shit going on with your computer, make sure you keep it. Don't get rid of it. Because I'm not, they ain't crashed my computer. They tried. I made a whole ass fucking video that took me hours to make. I worked really fucking hard on. And I literally watched them delete it right in front of my face. That's the kind of fuck shit games they play. With their little remote access. For sure. Oh, I don't get many super chats, Helen. I don't know that they've done anything with my super chats. But I have been hacked. 100%. I think right now I'm having problems. I can't comment in my box if I wanted the writings back. Some things have disappeared. It's fun. It's an everyday fucking occurrence. I wake up and say hello to them. My husband thought I was crazy. He tried to 302 me because I discovered them. Part of it. They were telling me my husband poisoned me. Like fucking dead serious. Now I just sit here and have conversations with them. You want to say hi to my birdies? Because that's what you're talking to. You definitely hacked, girl. You got all the same shit going on. And it's possibly not traitors. Just because something happens on their video doesn't mean that it's that person doing it. It may mean your hackers want you to hear something. Pay attention.
How many of these creators have you seen me box over here? Over the years. Repeatedly. Now, I know. Some of them have had 40 channels down and they get another one or they have 15 ready to go. I get it. We all get it. You know what I mean? But how many years have I sat here and told you? Motherfucking creators, especially, keep getting out of the goddamn box. They're no longer there. Now, this will include some of the biggest you all know and watch here who've had the same channels.
Hi, Bird.
Again, and long before I was over here.
It's been fun.
And they keep being brought out of the damn box somehow. Don't they?
Agreed.
And I know some of you all as creators will recognize the rules and the way things work or can work if certain people are blocked or kept from being whatever. It means they can't quite clip, cut, post, bid, do all the little things, right? If they're put in there by certain people. Which means...
But Ash, she's going crazy, dude. They're manipulating her fucking mind right now. Let's watch it. It's going to be a fun few days. Stop it, Jody. Sit down and listen to someone for a change. The shit's real as fuck. People keep saying I'm crazy and they don't believe me. The shit's real. How you think I'm finding shit? Ooh. I like them. They're my friends. Y'all want to go 5150 me? They can fucking 5150 my motherfucking computer. My husband's seen it. Last night I had a friend here. They did something while she was here. I was like, what the fuck? They play with my music. I'll be laying down and my music will skip and come back on. They do things to make me laugh. They do things to make me cry. It's fucking dead serious. And it's not schizophrenia. They're my buddies now. Say hi, birdies. Y'all, I will record the remote access one day and show you how people come on and click shit on my computer. I give them permission now. Like, go for it. I can't stop it. I don't want to stop it. Could it lead to answers for summer? Y'all, you ever hear of this thing? Hold on, let me go see if I can find this. Here's something. I'm going to go off subject for a minute. Helen, who was it? One of my subs, it might have been Little Dev actually. Hold on. I can't remember who it was telling me about this group online. And I believe I don't want to say I did for sure, but I think I may have covered it once before. Let me see if I can find this. I'm trying to remember the name of them. 706. I can't find it right now, but there is actually a group. You want to know why I leave this shit here? There's a group online, I thought 0764, that go and they manipulate children's minds. They talk children into unaliving themselves. They do things, they play these sort of games we're seeing here in the YouTube world. And I think it might just be somebody like this that really wants to manipulate some damn minds in the YouTube world of true crime creators. Or it's a good person, or it's a bad person. However, the person hacking the YouTube creators could be anybody until they show themselves, masks off, right, guys? But I would really like to go through this with you guys one day and talk about this and show you the different ways they hack and the different things they do. And it's real. There are people, finally, people are opening their eyes and starting to arrest people for it. Hey, Little Dev, I just mentioned you. Hide and go seek. Yeah. But I think it's really important you guys look up the 764 and the different groups. It's not just them. There's many of them. Hey, I did some interesting ass research yesterday on something in ChatGPT concerning religion. And there was a religion. Guys, I could go over all kinds of stuff, but let's do summer first. What do you think? All right. Let's finish this traders thing here. I'm going to show you what she's telling you what's happening, and it's true. Listen to it, Jody. Wherever they leave you, listen. It ain't traders. Quit going crazy. It's real. I promise you. Oh, wait. What I want, and I just clicked out. Shit. What I wanted to show you in that little clip that we were showing prior to this is how she's going to complain about people recording her as she records with her laptop nobody knows about and her 10,000 million trillion devices that she has recording different things everywhere. She doesn't have time to listen to traders. But she just said she hides her videos so nobody can record her. Double standards everywhere, Jody. Fuck.
Her, anybody in her camp. Yep. She might. She might want to hear this. Maybe she can help figure it out.
I don't want to get on here and lie. My computer screen's broke. I have another computer screen in front of it, and that's why I sound funny shit. Let me shut the fan off. Sorry, guys. However, I forget what the fuck I was going to say. Truth. What was I reading that I was going to say something? I don't know. Forget it. The fan distracted me.
Now, don't make any mistake. Obviously, Traders was on the live stream of her own, right? So, don't get it twisted.
I got my bong.
I think we might have a camp problem.
My bong needs cleaned. I gotta get something to clean it.
Or a Traders friendly problem, or a Traders researcher problem. Or a mutual hacking problem.
It's a hack.
I've got absolute proof of it today in the last few minutes. Traders, you been having any problems with your shit over?
Remember when I used to go crazy? Remember when I used to come out here, they're doing this and that, and I look like a fucking nut job? She said, as usual, hacking problem. Jody, it's a hacking problem. It's part of it. Watch the videos where they leave the red line at. That's what they want. You know who used to know how to do that really good was this girl named Tracy Sinchler. Her name was Gary, and As Above, So Below. She would be one I look at for this because her son's like a really fucking madman at computers, and her ex is a cop. And she knows a lot of inside shit, but she used to send me videos in Messenger, leaving them at a certain spot for me to watch them. There's a way to do it. I always forget how to do it. But it's not that anybody was watching a video from the background of your computer, but you might want to look into As Above, So Below. Hi, friend.
Because somebody just cold got their asses busted. Sure did. Sure did.
Many sock accounts have been made under
Sure as fuck did.
I think I proved
now,
it.
I've been doing some weird shit in the background for days and days now. See me by giving themselves away in order. I'm hearing like
Oh, I didn't know Carl caught
him. Certain YouTubers geared towards certain
That's
things
funky.
they think I'm gonna go towards this year.
That's really funky. Do you know that my As Above, So Below, my little, she's a bitch. Straight simple, I'm gonna fucking say it. In my opinion, the girl's a bitch. She did all kinds of shit the day my mom passed away. Went on, wrote all kinds of shit on Facebook about me. Like the very day my mom passed away, I was in video chat with her one day, and she had gotten a message while I was on the phone with her, and her whole demeanor changed. Like it was really weird. This lady goes and stalks children. She'll write adopted children by their grandparents and tell them their grandparents aren't really their mom before the family has a chance to do that. And then she'll show the said 14-year-old child parents of their real addicted mom. She starts fights within families way before Summer's case. And guess where she came from? AB and Doug's little gun, we hate the police community. She came from AB. You see, there's a reason I say the things I say.
So that's sort of been giving it away, right? But traders,
Hey, Bev.
I think we have a mutual problem here. Obviously, you were on live stream.
It's funny to watch them.
My ass.
I'm sitting here watching different
recording on several devices.
Have fun. Learn to decode.
Absolutely with data to prove it. Not watching you in the least. Not even remotely was I watching you. I haven't in quite a long time, actually. I also have the hours of recordings. Okay? On other devices these fuckfaces don't know about that are doing this stupid shit.
How many, Jody? All Vandy's stolen devices?
I'm doing other things. Especially on this beautiful laptop and others they don't know about. Okay? Now, because of the timing on the recording I was just making over the hours, okay, on several devices.
Something else I want to remind you guys, we have a lot of people in the Summer Wells community that run around from different sectors of the world. Okay, one would be the military. Hi, Penny. Hi, brother-in-law Bob. We getting ready to talk about you, you big baldy eggplant penis head. So you have those in the military. You have famous people that are songwriters out here. You have Orion Up Church. That takes links to Nashville, where there's a whole bunch of fuck shit going on, similar to Summer's case, but not including the missing child. Politics. Got to pay attention. I've covered it. We're not doing that tonight. Look into Millersville. Find out where Linda came from. How does she get into the true crime community? Yeah, military. You see, some people will get contract jobs through the government or things like that, like a smaller job. And then they have access to different things. I just watched something the other day about a man who was hired as a janitor. And he was in there taking pictures of secret shit and putting them in Discord groups. I think Discord's something we really should look into. I found an interesting video. Something else. There's so many things I could watch with you guys. But it's really like there's a lot of things on the internet that become dangerous. And what I want people to remember is we cover true crime. At the end of the day, there is really a missing child. There really is a victim. That means somebody made them missing or somebody victimized them. That means whoever is behind whatever is going on, it's criminal. Could it be a criminal organization? In my opinion, yes, big time. Especially since there have been so many pew-pewings down on the same street. And there have been so many busts already in the same area. Huge. One of the biggest in the United States. James Light. The squall came out here trying to attack a Frank Light, trying to set somebody up. In my opinion, because dude had P charges. Do we know if that's true? Yeah, we do. It's court documented. However, because he is who he is, could somebody have came out here swinging to deflect from other shit? You got to think of crime as crime. It's dangerous for us. I'm discovering it's extremely dangerous for us YouTubers to get out here and cover the shit we do. We're kind of brave. Yeah. Dawn was working on a military base. I didn't know that. I don't think Dawn would have did that. I don't think. Man, my thoughts change every day. I'm not going to lie. I just feel like there's so many aspects of this case that things could go. Could the parents just be shitty parents and it was an accident? Fucking yeah. Look at it. Look at the situation they were in. You see Candace get online. She's shooting up. There's a Dawn. But you got to think about the people that Candace and Dawn have brought to YouTube. Like a Robin Lane. In my opinion, Robin's fake. In my opinion, she's not really into religion at all, and it's a friend. You don't go from one church to another church to another church to another church when you believe in your religion. You don't walk around with criminals that have been involved in things like racist parades. If you catch my drift, because that's really what Lamplight is. That's where their people came from. The QAnon type shit, but on the Republican side. Anybody ever think that Republicans, and this is a little off topic, could hide their QAnon type shit while attacking the lefties for QAnon type shit, while they do shit, or somebody from a righty or a lefty could infiltrate a righty stating they're Republican when they're really not. For me, the Awakened shit is weird as fuck. It's a church. I looked it up. It's not a church that's registered. I went to Chat GPT, did some research, so it's just Chat GPT. But it's not a real church. I don't even believe it goes into the sector of the Awakened that's a bigger nationality thing that's going around. It's not labeled as one. It's not governmentally documented as a real church. And I think the people that are involved in Lamplight really do need to be looked into, because you're finding them people connected to people like Jackhammer, who went to the Capitol. You find hoax calls from Candace. I think it's real code. People know how to code. Get on there and say storm the Capitol. Who stormed the Capitol in Summer's case? There's been a couple creators. I heard an odd name the other day. I can't remember who it was, and I didn't even know. Was it the January 6th commission? Not commissions. January 6th, whatever the fuck it was. I think a lot of people need to go and look at who plays who and what in this scenario. Hey, TT, I still ain't fucking around with you, and if you've been in my bank accounts, I fucking promise you, you're a done deal. By the way, my husband's were still being hacked. So why don't you figure out his name and remove him now, since mine have stopped since I brought it out. Whoever's doing that shit, we're getting close. You're fucked. Promise. Jody is really hacked. She sounds crazy. Don't let the internet go tell you she's crazy. And there's many other creators, in my opinion, that are really hacked. I've watched it. I've read their thumbnails. It's true. And I don't have paranoia or schizophrenia.
While I watched them add 3 magical chats, like of late, back there, chuckling to myself, because Lord of mercy, they think they're smoother in here, I tell you what.
I didn't know that.
Anyway.
Lamplight is also not registered as a church. Y'all know that? It's registered as an acting, like, entertainment place, and they've done things that don't even have to do with Christianity. A couple little plays here and there. They're odd to me. I want to know where the fuck their people came from. We know there's an Arrington. Now, ELP will show you all kinds of charges that this Arrington man had. However, I found some shit in the past, too, that connects directly to Robin Lane. I think it was through ways of been verified. However, last night I went to research for some information that ELP was reporting on, and I couldn't find it. I don't know if it's just been taken off the internet or if I'm fucking seeing things, because we see so many fucking things in this case, right, when we're covering it. And it's hard sometimes to remember what it is you've seen and where. However, I will tell you that Robin's the one out here coercing with them. Y'all see my hackers? They just did some crazy shit. Yeah, the Lamplight, Horton Highway. Yeah. I don't like that Robin was Xing out a red truck and saying, no, that's not a factor. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to. It's fishy. I don't like that Robin even had a fucking red truck that was in her family way prior to Summer going missing, because her father owned it. And he passed it down to her when he passed away. And then Chris McDonough comes out with pictures of the red truck, and Robin's going, no, no, no. Robin has also been all over the world saving children. She has done those things in crusades where they go to different countries or different states. All right. You think Carl was threatened? I don't care if I'm threatened. Like I say, come fucking get me. I got something for you. Either I live or I die. 12% of my heart beats. I have heart failure. I'll save a baby. Take a life, save a baby. All right, let me finish. This is an hour long. You all get to adjust to this. Now what I want to do is my husband just come in. I got to talk to him, so I got to think about what I want to do here. Give me 1 minute. Oh, let's go to Ziggy's fit throwing. I want to talk about my locals, but however, I want to do that at the end of my live. It's like a derailment, and I do think there could be some involvement. However, I don't think their involvement connects directly to Summer except for through the We Can Bring You Hope people. What I'm trying to do is decipher who's the We Can Bring You Hope people and who's my local organized crime connected to other organized crime down in Tennessee based on family members and things of that nature, friends, a Chester. It's hard to get people to believe you, and that's why I ain't going nowhere, because I'm going to sit here and I'm going to keep telling it. I can see what's going on. It's hard. It makes you look like you're crazy. I came out here, did all kinds of crazy shit. My family's killing people down in Alabama and all this other shit as I was discovering my hackers. It scared the fucking life out of me. Not a fucking lie. But we've become buddies now. Say hi to them. They ain't going nowhere, just like I ain't. At least until the police figure out who they are and we find out if they're good guys or bad guys. Because, yeah, Layla, I have a lot of good moments with these people and bad moments. These, whoever it is. And it's more than one. And I can tell you one did come from Plano, Texas. I have a screenshot somewhere. When I was logging into my phone, they don't only hack your device, they're hacking Google's and all the people in your home. They're watching my children. I've caught them. They're watching my grandchildren. I've caught them. Thank God Mom went and put some restrictions, but I need to make sure those restrictions are true on the phones. They're watching everybody in your home and everything you do. They were recording you. They could see your cameras. They could tell me what I look like. They could tell me what I say in my bathroom. You just got to learn how to decode. Smart lights. These smart light bulbs, they're a fun thing to have. They like to blink. They're in your phones. They're in your kids' phones. It's real. I have recorded documentation of it, but instead I just decide that I'm going to come out and tell you about it because I really don't give a fuck who believes me and who don't know more. I'm done with this crazy shit. Okay, so now what I want to do is I need to talk to my husband. So let me go. We're going to go to Ziggy. Y'all, real quick before I go, though, for a minute. I'm not going nowhere. Listen, to me, it looks like an act with Ziggy when I first came out here. Her fit throwing, her crying, her this, her that. Now, we all know about the lie detector tests, right? Of course, we're going to cover that, and I want to hear about that. However, I want you to listen to this witch throw a fucking whole kid fit. To me, it looks like acting. A lot of people would take that as acting. However, I'm not involved with these people. It's been years. You could see my lawsuits. You could see our fights. You could see me and Jody placed on a lawsuit together. You could see all the shit. Now, the fits she throws, I don't know if they're acted out or if she's a fucking psychopath and they're real. I'm going to lean for the second one because she married a fucking Fred Hill, right? But they're real. She is throwing real fucking tantrums online. I've covered them. I've laughed at them. I brought a gong out because of them. These are not fake. It's not acting. This is Ziggy throwing real motherfucking fits online like a toddler. Who the fuck wants somebody with a 2-year-old mentality covering any fucking kid's case? But let's go to Ziggy a minute.
Too lazy to do this, but it saves homeowners a fortune.
A 3-part Providence Falls special event.
Liam O'Connor, we're offering you a chance for redemption.
Show a fucking.
Here,
Go right from the beginning because it's so fucking funny. And now you know I'm gonna fucking make fun of you, Ziggy. You can't do this shit online. You big old fucking baby.
Here's a recipe that will clean the sugar from your veins and make poor circulation disappear without needing so.
So this is going to be a short and sweet, like, live, and probably it will be the only video on my channel from here on out, since we're, since me and Fred input and stuff is not helpful at all, then everybody else can figure it out. I don't know what last night was about, and I didn't watch it, but from what I hear from everybody, Cher threw us completely under the bus when I sent her freaking numerous stuff to show you guys and told her that we still want to do this. She hasn't even a different form. Like all she took. If he had to have ID, it said yes, and then, but she didn't even freaking really go.
We Scottish. I like Burn Barrel too. I really supported her over all these years. However, now I have some fucking questions. She disappeared for a long time, acting like she wouldn't cover Summer's case, like she was scared of something, like her and Ziggy were fighting. And where does she come back to after Ellie sends her the lie detector test because her and Ziggy are fighting? She comes right back to Ziggy. That's the acting shit I'm talking about. I'm not feeling real trustworthy of Burn Barrel right now. I feel like there's more to it. You know? I just really do. How do you get all the information you get that nobody else can seem to find to put on here? Now, why the fuck you come back on Ziggy's when you and Ziggy are fighting? Shouldn't you be over there with Six Up and Ellie Mae? Since that's your buddy and she's sending you lie detector tests? Something a little awry.
Beyond that. And now, because we had it, freaks out and throws us under the bus when I explained everything to her. Literally. And then she tells me that she didn't go live and say the things she did. And then I have so many people of you contacting me. You guys don't understand the last few days that I've had.
She's complaining about the money going to Brandy, so I believe that. I thought maybe she thought she would collect the money Cher was collecting, but I don't think the lie detector test was a lie. I think Cher's calculating, and she's been out here long enough. I don't think, listen, all of us, Jody will trash each one of us and say they were in this case, in that case, in this case they were, but what I think is a lot of creators learned during them cases, and we all have our own quirks. We're either a drama channel, we attack, we grift, we all have our own whatever the fuck it is we do. They call me crazy. I might be. However, I do believe in this situation that Cher had intentions to send Ziggy for this lie detector test. And I do believe that we needed to see Ziggy do exactly what she's doing. It shows you there's something more to it. There's no way in fucking hell Fred don't have an ID. He has to visit probation. He's been extradited from Tennessee to Indiana. I'm sure at some point he needed that. You need ID to switch your mail from one address to another. You basically need ID to live, right? Especially now, mine's expired. It gets denied all the time, like 7 fucking years expired. No joke. Horrible. However, you need your ID for things in life that Fred does. Probation would be one of them. A marriage certificate, 2. Many reasons in life we could see Fred needs a lot ID. Now, and a lie detector test. However, here we go this way too. We've been there before. We've done this. Ziggy did this before. Fred lost his ID. He couldn't come to to Indiana because he didn't have ID. They were holding him. It was a big old fucking conundrum, and Ziggy grifted to get his fucking ID. So not only is she saying he doesn't have his ID, but her subs have paid for his ID. Literal shit. Go back and look. The shit don't make no sense.
You don't get it. Everybody's been telling me she was going to do this.
Before she ever went live and even announced anything about the polygraph, me and her done talked and stuff, and I told her if anything about my ID, if I had to have it, they wouldn't need no need to pass forward because I done knew that.
Yeah, we told her that at the very, very beginning of the freaking, before we did anything, that Fred did not have an ID, and that we told her this from the beginning.
Then why didn't you say that to YouTube? She makes some pretty big accusations against Sharon here. We're going to listen to them, and I'd like Cher to respond to some of them. It's not an attack. But I do believe Ziggy to be full of shit. More so than any other fucking creator out here on the fucking YouTube. Hi, Miss Miami. 14th Street, 13th. How's Patricia doing? Let's talk about the burritos.
And now she's freaking.
And your green card marriage, bitch.
Like turning it around and like saying she's going to donate to Brandy Neal and act like it's like, and she was lying to me like the whole time, even though she made a post saying she was donating to Brandy Neal, and she was lying to me. And because I didn't see the live and I didn't see the post because she knew the days I've been having, and I haven't been on YouTube.
All right, Cher, something that seems funny to me is like you're working with Andy B, because do you remember when you offered Fred the test and then Andy denied you? He said, well, I'll do it if Fred will do it. And you went, no. If Fred's going to do it, you got to do it, Andy. Well, now just because Fred's not doing it doesn't mean Andy shouldn't do it. I think we should put Andy through the ringer the same way as Fred, since they accuse each other and all this other shit. Not saying Brandy doesn't deserve the money. Take up another fund for Brandy. Brandy definitely needs prayers and money, but I wouldn't backtrack and then be a hypocrite and do like you said. You know, I would give Andy that lie detector test, not because you think Andy's guilty, but because it would either discredit or give Fred some credit. It's another person. A lot of people don't think the way I do. You see a lot of people go, no, Andy don't need it. Yes, the fuck he does. He's running around with a fucking motherfucking Nano for life playing games, a Twister. The fuck he don't? Why would you pull the lie detector from Andy just because Fred ain't taking it? Take that money, put it towards Andy's. You're halfway there. Brandy, we can crowdfund for you another day. I'm sorry. Peace and love. I'm still praying for your baby, and I hope your health is getting better. But Andy Bernard needs a motherfucking lie detector test. Since we're going that route, right?
YouTube, And so she took that to her advantage to talk shit and freaking have a whole channel full of fucking haters. And then proceed to take, and then she has every single hater as a mod. This is her and tries to tell me one thing and goes live and says another. Like, no, I can't do that. She's got to have a better, she wants to be Switzerland and be friends with everybody. You cannot do that. She's telling me one thing and you guys another. She's telling me she doesn't even look at Fred as a suspect, like, at all. She's been saying that for months. And then she goes live and then she tries to tell you guys different. I'm done. This is why I can't work with people. We want that polygraph more than anything, but she went on live yesterday and told everybody when she lied to me and told me, oh my God, you guys have no idea everything I sent her to show you guys about what we've been dealing with. And she didn't listen to a whole fucking thing. And from what I heard from you guys, she was sitting there saying things like, well, I don't understand how they got a fishing license and a marriage license without an ID. Well, if she would have fucking asked us, we could have told her.
I just got a $4,000 loan sent straight to my bank account. I'm freaking out, dude, because now I can go on vacation.
Of course, the commercial comes in right when she starts snapping. Come on, these are my favorite parts.
Yeah, a lot of hate in that chat, and she fucking let it. She let it happen while she's sitting here trying to tell me a bunch of fucking bullshit and fill my head with bullshit. And then she made me think.
Well, if your daddy could possibly be a criminal. See, Helen, here's what a lot of people don't understand. Rich people will put on a front and play poor. Did you know that? Like, not to bring up cartels or anything like that, but growing up in Miami, you would see that quite often. Somebody who's involved in organized crime will downplay their money big time so that they don't get caught. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. Fred ain't got a job. Ziggy ain't got a job, but she gets a new office built. She does get the new resin and a new this and a new that and a new this and anything she wants. And she knows how to do nails and she knows how to do art. And she's done this and she's been here and she's been to Miami. I'm fucking telling you, the bitch is spoiled. And it is my opinion, it's not only Ziggy, that it may be other family members of hers. I don't know much about them, but I'm going to tell you, when daddy's into the windmills and my daddy's into the windmills and they live a block away from each other down in Miami Beach, Florida, and Ziggy comes out here swinging with the psychic shit, and my stepmother's sister had a psychic shop on the same fucking block, now we got some fucking problems, Ziggy. You getting it? I want these people to research your family, Mr. Windmill Electric. Stock market. Wasn't you in the stock market shit with AB at first? You guys should look up a company called Winter Haven Green Door, based out of Winter Haven, California, 611 Sidewinder Road. That is the address of a gas station my father used to get his mail from. But he owned the land across from it. I don't know where it starts or where it ends. Jonathan Lee Riches put out a great video as he stood on my father's land and rode it all the way to the border. That makes me fucking sick as fuck. You see, I don't think everybody's involved in taking Summer. I think there might have been a mishap, a money owed debt, somebody local, while others have connections to bigger places, and it may have fucked up operations. I think Ziggy's the cleanup crew. That's my opinion. You don't marry a suspect as a YouTube creator and then come out here with no shame and act like this, you spoiled little bitch. Quit making excuses for the fucking ID. We all know damn well Fred got an ID. Your subs paid for it.
Last night and feel bad because I contacted her, flipping out on her, like, what the fuck? Why am I having people say this shit? And then she made me think, and she's like, well, I wanted to put Andy on the spot and put him on the spot in front of everybody. And I have to be nice to him. I'm like, why are you having to donate money that you got for a lie detector when you don't even have enough for one, when we are doing it? Why are you having to donate? What about Andy? Get his done, and in the meantime, we'll get this fucking ID situated. We wanted to do this. We want to. And then Cher comes on and says bullshit, trying to make people think, like, suspiciously about our, like, because we got a fishing license in a marriage. You guys, if you guys remember, the marriage license, we had a paper ID, a Tennessee temporary ID. They let us get married on that.
Damn it, I didn't even have my whole camera up and didn't know. Mexican refrigerators, check that out. Yeah, there's one in California you should look up. It's called US Steel with the name Marty Stanley attached. However, the age and shit don't match, but the birth date does. It's like a whole lot of fucking weird shit. But it's an appliance, it's a fake appliance store, and it's pretty big, and I don't know why US Steel would be in conjunction to where that is. Something named that, considering that's a big Pittsburgh thing and it has my father's name on it. Just a lot of real fucking shady shit. But this is the name of my father's company. I did just say a whole lot, but we'll get into it another day because that's not really where I wanted to go today. But my father has several of these companies I'm finding. My father really was a bad man. My family was really into organized crime when I was a kid. No, I'm not related to the cocaine cowboys as my husband put out here and other people have rumored. However, those people were my neighbors growing up as a child, and I watched my father sell things and do things. It's fucking ridiculous when people come out here and tell you your life is fake. I really did know famous people when I was a kid. Not many. Julio Iglesias' family were my neighbors. The little guys. Not the ones at the top that have his money. And that was Surfside. My father really did win like $1 million lawsuit. We really did move down to fucking Miami. And what I thought was my father had spent all his money on drugs. However, what I know is that my father's an amazing scam artist, and I didn't know him that well. I'm going down the fucking rabbit hole. Since we got a fucking We Can Bring You Hope the fuck out here playing games. Y'all can help or listen or ignore. I don't care. I believe what I believe. Okay, back to Ziggy. Let's listen to her fit. I'm going to eat a bagel.
Okay? If Sarah would have listened to all the shit I sent her and prepared her for that live, and she didn't show a fucking thing I gave her. I had the whole incident recorded. I had all our attempts online to try to on the Social Security site and the IRS site. No, we have to upload an ID to verify his identity on the Social Security site and IRS. Okay, when we call, they tell us, I'm going to post a video, and that's going to be the only video on this channel. And then you guys can fucking sit here and deal with this shit yourself. I am done. I'm so tired of the backstabbing and bullshit. Because if you guys heard my messages and the shit she's been telling me, it's not matching with the stuff I'm hearing her say live. She says she's donating it. But she didn't even have enough for one, supposedly. It's like, well, what about Andy? Oh, you know what she told me, guys? This is laughable. Well, the people voted. They don't want Andy to take one. I was like, dude, you are so, dude, no. I was like, you are so full of fucking shit, dude. She had a chat full of haters and then takes a poll asking if Andy should take a polygraph and then had everybody. And so now I guess since it's voted no, oh, Andy doesn't need
one. Hello, I'm Paxton Short, and we're
after all the shit she's fucking told me behind the scenes, and you know, like we were doing this so that Andy would have to take a lie detector. That was the whole point. Now it's like she's like working. Then she goes, well, Ryan was even standing up for you. I go, Sheriff, if you fucking believe that shit, then we do not need to be working together. The dude was trying to put on his show.
No. He might be, but I think you might be too. And I think Fred knows things about Andy and Andy's family, and since they are family, and I think Andy knows things about Fred and his family, and I think they would cover for each other or their parents or somebody surrounding them. I think that Ellie's being accused of Karen Elliott. Fred's accusing Karen Elliott of stealing rugs, right? And Andy's coming home with a big bag of math. Put two and two together. My opinion, something was stolen. Andy did it, and Dawn Wells and Candace Wells paid for it.
She cannot. She's still talking to Ryan behind the scenes. She's still talking to Andy behind the scenes. She's still talking to all these haters. Well, pretending like she's our BFF. Same shit she does. You know, and I truly believed her. I truly, truly believed her. No, we have a fishing license.
Other than possibly big wigs, little Dev, I don't think that case is connected to Summer's case at all. I think it's two totally different things. That was a family fight. Gary Simpson and his wife actually had custody of Carly. That's what people aren't understanding. Carly was removed from her parents because they were users. Them children lived with them people for a long time. Now, the fuck shit the searchers did, that shit got me curious. Did it spring ideas? And then Evelyn's case comes up. There's so many ways this can go. But I don't think Carly's case, there's too many discrepancies. It's not the same. They knew who Gary Simpson was. They knew he had gone to the school to come get Carly, and they knew who they were searching for. In Summer's case, we don't know who we're searching for. You have to look at that when you look at true crime. You have to look at each case differently. Not every case attaches. It might be a similar something, Like there was a kidnapping. That's the similarity, right? However, Gary actually had custody of Carly. So did his wife. Yes, that I would agree with. The money part.
Obviously, we have to have a fishing license because Fred's been fishing. You just go online and order a fishing license, guys. It's not hard. It's a fucking fishing license. It's not, that's different. The marriage license, if you don't remember, I'm going to make this into a video and you guys can sit there and watch it till you're, I guess, forever, because that's going to be the only video on this channel. And so I guess you're going to have to get videos from shit and interviews I've done from other hate channels, because there's plenty of them out there. I'm tired of it, guys. We're the only ones that's trying to get anything done, and everybody's working against us.
Ziggy, you posted this 22 hours ago. Motherfucker. What is that? Oh, I thought that was my coffee. You posted this 22 hours ago and all your content's still on your channel. How many times have you rage quit? Jody's right about that. She covered it. How many times have you rage quit and said you're taking your fucking content down? If you're going to take the content down, take it down, block your channel, get off. I don't think you and Fred need to be the fuck out here playing games in this little girl's case anyway. Your husband's a suspect. He's not a witness. The police don't pick a witness up to have him take him to locations where he wouldn't have witnessed nothing. Didn't Fred say that? They were asking Fred to take him to locations outside of Ben Hill Road, like Fields Road, right? Now, how would Fred know what Andy was doing all the way down on Fields Road while he's hauling cars? You see how stories don't fucking add up? And how people will take things and twist it and turn it into something? Fred can't see motherfucker Fields Road from his dad's property. Why would the police put him in a car and take him to a location? Duh, he's a suspect. Why would Fred have a polygraph and Andy not? Duh, he's a suspect. Your boy is not a witness. All the things the police did with Fred, according to Fred, and I don't believe he wiretapped shit. And if he did, that was to record his own words because he's a dumbass. Duh, he's a suspect. Your boy's dirty, Ziggy. And it's my opinion you are too. And somebody's going to get to the fucking bottom of something real soon. So keep coming out here and throwing your damn fits. I'm telling you, y'all motherfuckers met the right one.
Like, I truly believed in Cher. But, it's almost like she got scared. Like, if she would have freaking listened to the stuff I was saying, it makes perfect sense. We still want to do it. Why didn't she contact the polygrapher and work with them and try to get them to have us come in with some other kind of form IDs? No, she didn't do anything. Have her show that, her proof of her really going out of her way, trying. I bet she didn't. Well, we went out of our way to do everything to try to make this happen. And it's an ID that's going to stop us? Are you fucking for real? You guys, this stuff is petty compared to the real life stuff I'm dealing with. Like, I have no problem doing this channel up right this second. And yeah.
What if there was a locked door inside of you, leading to something extraordinary? I'd like to give you...
Let me go back a second. I forget what she said because of the damn commercial when I was getting ready to pause.
We still want to do it. Why didn't she contact the polygrapher and work with them and try to get them to have us come in with some other kind of form IDs? No, she didn't do anything. Have her show that, her proof of her really going out of her way, trying. I bet she didn't.
Maybe she didn't.
Well, we went out of our way to do everything to try to make this happen.
Maybe it was a reaction.
And it's an ID that's going to stop us? Are you fucking for real?
The reason I agreed with the lie detector, this is not something I would normally say go do behind TBI's back because I do believe Fred's a suspect. However, I wanted to see Ziggy's reaction when it was time to go. We got exactly what I thought. Do you guys remember when I said that when this all started? We got exactly what I thought was going to happen. I love it. It's beautiful. I don't think whether Cher took him money, didn't take him money, anything. I think the response to it is classic. However, I would like to see Andy Bernard's response. Cher, you only went halfway. You got to go all the way.
You guys, this stuff is petty compared to the real life stuff I'm dealing with. Like I have no problem doing this channel up right this second, and yeah. Thank you. Sorry. So I don't know. I imagine she's probably gonna delete everything she's fucking said to me and everything, so that I can't prove everything that she said, which I'm not gonna be on here anyway. So I guess it doesn't fucking matter. I don't really want.
Ziggy, unless she blocked you from anywhere, she can't delete your messages. If she said something and you want to put it out, then you need to put it out because you have those messages just as well as Cher. When Cher deletes something, it deletes from her end, not yours. So that's a really fucking dumb statement.
To drama. I'm tired of proving myself and people working against me when I'm trying to get shit done. Like she's just seriously was working against us. Like, why would you do that? I literally talked to you right before your live yesterday. And then everybody's like, well, you should have known better. Well, I guess so. She has done some pretty shitty things in the past, that's for sure. But, you know, like she really opened up to me about stuff. We got really close, I thought. But I guess it was all a fucking game, like she did with Don Wells, to try to get information. Like what? What else did you learn, Cher? Besides, we're the same people behind the screen as we are in person on the phone. The same shit. We're telling you right now, the same shit she has throughout her whole messenger. There's nothing that she could show differently than what I've shown you guys. Why isn't she using? And then to tell me that people don't want Andy Bernard to take a lie detector test, and the people voted, and that's it. The people voted. People don't want Andy Bernard to take a lie detector test. Well, I bet if I fucking asked right here, right now, it sure as hell would say yes.
I bet if I asked right here, right now, sure as hell would say yes. Who? Andy or Fred? You mixed that up. And I agree with you here, Ziggy. They all need one. Every single fucking one of them, so the YouTube shit could quit. Not really for TBI, but so the rumor mill can stop, and then we have some kind of sort of legitimate proof, at least professional. but something's awry, right? However, they won't let you take a drug test. Test, I think, if you smoke weed right before. And Jody was going over that the other day. She's right.
She asked in a whole chat of haters that are trying to get Andy out of trouble. Like, come on. So fuck her, and I'm done with this shit. Don't message me, ask me questions about Summer Wells' case. Don't freaking message Fred and asking him questions. You guys can look at the... I don't know what all these other people have done, which is basically nothing, because they know so much.
Experience the hit original series When Calls the Heart.
What a story.
Thank you. Don't ask Fred. Nobody can ask Fred. Ziggy, you talk for him at every moment. You tell people, if you want to hear something from Fred, write Fred, ask Fred. I did that once. You attacked the motherfuck out of me. That's what started our war. Remember that? We could go back and find my fucking lives. You don't allow Fred to talk to nobody. Not in Messenger. Not anywhere except for Laura. Ain't that fucking funny? The other suspect? I'd like to see true proof of your marriage certificate. Oh, and I called TBI last night. We might try to make a phone call with Tex now. I might call them again. I don't know. I might save that for another content. But they are 100% still taking tips in Summer's case. So whoever's spreading that bullshit is a fucking liar too. I posted about it in my community post, actually. Just go read about it. We'll cover it another day.
Well, that's good, Victoria, because you won't have to believe us. You won't have our content to believe anymore, so it doesn't matter. Unless you are one of our very close people, do not call us. Do not message us. Do not ask us questions. Our close people know who they are. Besides that, do not contact us about any questions on the Summer Wells case. We have talked over and 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 said the same things over and over and over. And this is what we get to? Cher saying that Andy doesn't need a polygraph? Fuck that! That's what all my hard work has gone in for? No, I'm done. You know how frustrating it is for freaking years to try to prove something and then get this whole lie detector thing situated just to have the person that's arranging it like working against us secretly? That's how I feel. And I didn't want to believe that. I did not want to believe that you guys, Fred told me about a month ago that she was trying to back out. And I said, I go, I think that, this is just a lot of stress. And like, occasionally, at times I felt like I wanted to back out, but we're not, I wasn't planning on it. And we were still not planning on it. And she freaking pulled that shit last night and then made a post today. After I talked to her, after her live, I went the fuck off on her. Like I'm talking right now. And what'd she tell me? Oh, I'm not, she was like acting like she was crying and shaking and she was so sorry and she was.
Do it to her face. Come do it to mine. I tell you that all the time. You ain't grabbed the motherfucking link yet. It's been a couple years. Come to my face and talk to me like that. Let's see your response while I ask you questions while you're fit throwing. Daddy didn't spoil you enough.
Was nervous and she didn't want to look at chat because she didn't know what to say. And I was like, okay, I understand. And that she said she wanted to put Andy on the spot and catch him off guard and ask him. I go, okay, fine. But then today, a few hours ago, somebody contacts or lets me know she made a post.
This game, you're not ready.
Saying she's going to be donating the money on the 21st and that she apologizes. She didn't say maybe or if shit doesn't work out. She said she was. And and she lied straight to my face. Right when there was proof on her wall. All I had to do was go fucking look. And bring it right back to her and be like, what the fuck? You just told me differently. Oh my God, my blood pressure is good. Literally, she just told me differently and then post that she's donating. She had just told me, like freaking out on me because I was pretty heated. And she goes, I said it was she's like, I said it was an option. I said if it doesn't work out, that that's what she claimed, right? Did you guys see her post? It said she was on the 21st that she was donating. Donating what? You don't even have enough for the first one. What about Andy Bernard is what I said. You know what? And she said to me, the people don't want Andy Bernard to take one. You've got to be kidding me. Anybody who does not want Andy Bernard to take a polygraph, Cher included, you are not for Summer Wells. Fuck you. You don't think the people want Andy to take one. That is the most ridiculous shit I have ever heard. I already contacted. That's the whole thing. I already asked him that. Kawana, sorry for yelling. Sorry.
YouTube's rejecting every comment I put in my comment section, even when it's not bad. Like, I think he should too. Again, I think Andy should take that lie detector test. I agree.
I already asked him that. I gave Cher all those emails to his probation officer. She was supposed to show those yesterday. Did she? Of course not. I sent her several correspondence emails of us contacting his freaking probation officer. And I said, well, can't he get in trouble? Isn't it illegal for him not to have an ID? And she was like, well, technically, yes. But I can't think of what else to do. Yeah, I'm going to post that in the video, and you guys can watch it when you miss me till the end of time, because that's going to be the only video up. I'm going to post a video since Cher did not post the stuff. You know what she told me? I go, Cher, why didn't you show any of the stuff we sent you yesterday? Why did you try to make us a certain way? She goes, because you said you were going to make a video. I said I was making a video after that shit show of a live you made yesterday. I said after. You guys, this is my last video. I don't care if I don't care like how I look to anybody or how this is it. This is truly how I feel.
Most people are too lazy to do this, but it saves homeowners a fortune. I worked in construction for 20.
And I know I know it's not healthy but I just found I'm just dealing. I will be over it here in a few minutes. I have other things going on and other things to work on. I had a really important meeting today that's I rescheduled because of this stuff, because I can't focus like I need to because of all this shit that I've been dealing with, you know? And I really wanted to get that done today, but this came up, you know, right before I was supposed to go. And I'm like, but I rescheduled. I have other things going on, guys. I'm training for a position, and I don't have time for this fucking bullshit anyways. I will continue my tarot. If anything huge comes out, I don't need Cher. Cher will not be standing with us at the end. Thanking her for her hard work and helping, because she.
Back to the tarot cards. She's going to go over there and read Cher's tarot cards. How much you want to bet? Did she do it yet? I haven't checked. Let's go back to my other grifting site. I'm done. This will be my last video. You'll never hear about Summer again, but she's going to go over on the tarot card site and read all Summer's information to make you believe the tarot cards are telling you what happened to Summer. My manipulation is fun. Fun.
Is not, no. I'm not going to have any more apologies from her. No more freaking crying apologies from her. So sorry. No. You know, I opened up to her, and I mean, I imagine that was the whole point of her doing all that, was to try to get, you know, information off of me for content. And it just shows the person she is, if that is truly what she's doing. Oh, thank you guys. This is not too like the people who are, you know, we're close to and stuff. It's not meant for you. You can still message, but don't message us anything going on YouTube, any type of drama, what anybody's saying, nothing. We don't care. Don't email it. Please do not email it to us. Do not send it to us. If you have a legit question, you can ask. If you're one of, you know, our people we talk, you know, close people, you know who you are. Doesn't mean you're cut out of our lives or anything. Only like, I mean, only as far as like coming on here and posting and being an active part of the community and stuff, it's just not going to be happening. I know many of you guys told me it's never never a good idea to partner up with people ever, but I did not think it was smart for me to handle the money part of that whole situation. Cher has been around longer. She knew better on what to fucking do. She's had the experience. She's done shit like that before. So we're let her handle the money part, because it wouldn't be very good for the people handling the money part to be also the ones arranging the polygraphs, especially when one of the people happened to be one of the people taking it. I have a feeling she was frustrated and thought she was going to get attacked, and so just got scared and decided to throw us under a bus instead of doing the right honorable thing. I seriously believe that's what it was. And I don't know why she took that route. I don't.
I'm chewing food. Listen. Sherry ain't scared. She put her whole ass fucking face on somebody's house. Ziggy. I don't think that's it at all. Just saying.
I mean, she could say because I yelled at her or whatever, But yeah, of course I'm going to yell at her after being like, what the fuck? You keep saying different shit online than you're telling me. When we talk constantly, like all day long, then she goes online and says something completely different. Wouldn't you guys be suspicious that she's up to something? And then post.
Yeah, but Helen, Diddy got big money. His situation was way different. It was already busted. He had people accusing him of things. And I think, in my opinion, Diddy walked. I don't find justice in him. But we won't talk about that. I think Diddy's case did come quick. And I think because it was quick, Cassie and many others didn't get justice the way they should have. I don't think it's cool at all. Let's go back again. Hold on. Let me go find something. I got to be the only one on YouTube saying this. We're going to take a little detour, and then I'm going to start talking about some things here in my local with my sister's case and shit that I've been posting about on my YouTube, on my community posts. Okay, where was I going? Times News.
Insurance companies use to profit from you. Number one.
It's not familiar with the TV.
She talks about summerness. I'm going to come down and drink my coffee, smoke a bong. I want you guys to listen to what she says about summerness, and we'll go listen to Josh Milton again and about the tips. And then I really wanted to save this for when I talk about the tips. But you know what? We'll just listen to Leslie, then we're going to get to my local shit because I only have a half hour left. So, yeah. Let's do that.
TBI, or what you all do. Could you just kind of give an overview of what is the TBI and what do you all do?
Certainly. We are the state's lead criminal investigative agency. So we're statewide, we're a state agency. We work in every county across the state of Tennessee. We're broken up into 4 regions: Upper East, East, Middle, and West. And I'm assigned to the Upper East region, which consists of 21 counties.
Okay. So when was the TBI established?
It was established in 1951, but an interesting history lesson. Actually, it was formed because of a case right out of East Tennessee. In Greene County in 1949, there was a homicide, and a journalist from the Greenville Sun noticed how the case was being handled, and he saw the need for an agency similar to the FBI to be established to assist local agencies in investigating violent crimes. So to make a long story short, he went to the governor and state lawmakers, pitched the idea, and then in 1951, the TBI was formed.
So do you have any numbers on, how many cases you all deal with a year, or?
Yes, so we are broken up into 8 different divisions. So we have the Criminal Investigative Division, the Drug Investigative Division, our Medicaid Fraud Control Division. So each of those divisions, they have cases that they work. And I can just tell you a broad overview. At the end of the last fiscal year, our Criminal Investigation Division had almost 700 open cases. The Drug Division had over 750 open cases. So well over 1,000 cases each year. And what we do is we work our own cases, and we also assist local agencies in investigating a variety of crimes.
Okay. And how many people work for the TBI?
We have currently over 700 employees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're stationed across the state?
Across the state, all 95 counties.
Okay, great. So for anyone in the public who might be interested in some of the information that you all can provide on cases or updates on cases, what information can be made public from the TBI?
Well, TBI case files are confidential per state law. I don't think that residents know that, but we do our best to be as transparent as possible and to provide basic details on all of our investigations. We release what we can. When someone's arrested, you can find news releases on.
I think that's really important to listen to. They can't come out here and tell you what they're investigating. That would hinder the case and ruin the case. Might it be so big that it's taken this long to figure it out? Might it be they're trying to decipher through what's Summer's case and what's not? You can't just go and start accusing people like we do here on YouTube of taking a child, and there might be other organized crime that they can't arrest for because that's not what they're investigating. Are you getting it? It would open more investigations into more crimes, and that's probably what's going on. They're probably trying to figure things out. They cannot come out here and give you all the details. That gives the suspect a chance to run away, to hurt Summer if she's alive. Why don't people see that? All cases are like this, not just Summer's. They can't come out here and tell you. Sometimes the case just takes a really long time. I just seen a case of a missing lady the other day that was found after like 10 years or something, 30 years. Sometimes it just takes longer. Now, Lawson, Hawkins County, I see some corrupt politics. I'll leave it at that today on that subject.
On tbinewsroom.com. We're very active on social media.
Which is also, if TBI found something, let's say TBI found some kind of corruption in Hawkins County while covering Summer's case and trying to find this missing kid, they would have to keep that under wraps. This could go all different ways. Just give them time. If you listen to what they're saying, they have leads. There are new leads coming in just as a few months ago. That's what you're going to hear Leslie say here. We got to quit discrediting those we should be trusting to get answers for missing children.
We also have our website, tn.gov/TBI, and there is a wealth of information on the website. You can find statistics, you can find information about our annual report, the type of cases we investigate, statistics. The public can even go in and use our Crime Insight platform to find crime statistics. So there's a variety of information on our website, and I would encourage the public.
Helen, this was taken at Times News, the reporters from Times News. That's why there wouldn't be nothing behind it. TBI does go out and not stand behind their TBI walls all the time. And I'm not being rude. Please just listen to this, okay? This woman is from Times News. We don't know where they had a chance to meet. Sometimes you can meet in a coffee shop if you want and take a video. The video is also not about Summer. This was about the TBI, and they mentioned Summer in it. So just keep that in mind. This is not what this interview is about at all. This was not a Summer Wells update.
To check it out.
Yeah, for sure. So you kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier about helping some of the local law enforcement with some of their cases.
Mm-hmm.
So what types of services and resources do you offer to local law enforcement?
What we do is we make ourselves available if they need assistance with any type of case. Now, I will say that in order for TBI to get involved in certain investigations, we do have to be requested by the District Attorney General. But what our agents do, if a local law enforcement agency needs assistance with investigating any type of,
she would know people in a TBI, but let me tell you, Leslie's job isn't even all that important. It's important to us. She's the public person. She comes to the people and tells us what TBI tells her to tell us. She's not an investigator. I want you guys to keep that in mind too. Oh, hi, Glenview. Oh, yeah, I'm not saying always trust the feds to do the right thing, but I'm saying there's enough coverage out here, and TBI is also being scrutinized and going through other things over in Millersville, which might be helping to keep the case from being solved. There's other cases going on in Tennessee that is causing a problem for TBI at the moment. I've gone through it a couple times, but it has to do with missing children since a whole police department is accusing the TBI of kidnapping children. Crazy. You got a crooked cop over in Millersville all on YouTube talking about the TBI's kidnapping children. They got a lot going on. We have to, if we can't trust law enforcement, then who do we trust to find summer? Because we don't have badges. When you come out here and you just bash, no, you can have reasons to bash, such as Ronnie Lawson hiding his his son, right? Covering for him. That's an issue. When you find things like that, that needs to be covered. But we can't go against every official out here stating they're out here for the better good to find this little girl. If we do that, we're not of no help. We're causing a problem if they really are. Do you think we have the credentials or they have the credentials? We got to try. We got to understand the bigger situation. What TBI's been going through in other areas of Tennessee due to missing children.
Of crime, we are available to assist them. We touch base with the DA, share information as we go along. And sometimes it's as simple as just offering an extra set of hands. Other times, maybe we have an agent that has received specialized training and that particular department may need their services. So it really just depends on the situation, on the case, and what's needed, but we're there to help.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people may notice locally that you are often involved in any kind of officer-involved shooting. Is that just a decision from the DA, or how do you typically?
So we investigate officer-involved shootings at the request of the District Attorney General for the jurisdiction where it occurs. I won't say that we investigate all officer-involved shootings across the state, but we do investigate the majority of them, especially in the East Tennessee area. You're seeing quite a few more of those in the last few years in this particular region. And almost always we will be requested to investigate an officer-involved shooting in this particular region.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have any insight on how many local cases you all are currently assisting with in Northeast Tennessee? Or?
I do not have a number, but as you know, in the news business, you see TBI pop up pretty much everywhere. Arson investigations, even just fire investigations where arson is not suspected. If an agency needs assistance with determining the cause, we'll get involved. Homicide investigations, death investigations, our drug investigation division in this region, it's been extremely busy over the last year. Our drug agents seized a record amount of fentanyl within the last year. So any type of investigation that you can think of, TBI is pretty much involved.
Okay. So I'd like.
Let me show you some other things that TBI is involved in right now. Some things that, in my opinion, would even trump Summer Wells. I'm just going to scroll. Here's what I put in. Tennessee cartel bust Nashville. The TBI covers the whole state. There's more than one crime. You're going to keep having missing children if we don't allow the TBI to do their other jobs. Tennessee drug pipeline. How police patrol our interstates.
Marijuana.
Cocaine, dozens of pounds worth hundreds of thousands.
Seizures like this are happening every day all over the United States.
Pills, heroin, and even fentanyl.
That's the biggest thing on everybody's mind right now in the United States.
But these drugs were all found in Tennessee, undercover yet in plain sight, riding through major cities along I-40 and other highways, hidden, buried even in car compartments.
They go to such lengths to conceal illegal narcotics.
Sergeant Matt Sipes is a member of the Highway Patrol's Interdiction Plus team. It's his job to stop it. Troopers like Sipes track cars on interstates. They're highly trained, determined, and busy.
The car was spotless and the battery was muddy.
The team recently pulled a working battery from a vehicle with 6 pounds of heroin stashed inside.
And you can see where the kilos actually loaded and the cells are still in there. So the battery, like we said, was fully functional.
I have a church we're going to talk about, Clementine. It's one that connects to the Mexican community. You see, in Summer Wells area, there was a lot of Hispanics directly related to Fred Hill and his sister Karen as they're her children. And there's a Pam Sanchez. Now, I'm not singling anybody out. I'm Hispanic. My grandfather was Hispanic. My family is Hispanic. Spain, Spaniard, or Mexican. There's a big fight between the family, and my mother told me my grandfather originated from Mexico, not Spain, but my grandfather's family says they're from Spain, and her name's Obius, and there's a whole fucking little town in fucking Spain named Obius or something. I don't fucking know. I didn't go that deep into it because my family's weirdos when you try to look your family up. However, there is a Mexican church that was just busted. I don't think it has anything to do with Summer Wells, but there was a bust in Tennessee connected to the same Mexican church and one in Florida. And it's kind of been all over the place, and it involves cartels. Not all the states have them. Not all the states have busts, but some of the busts are in a state like Tennessee. And we're going into the Venezuelan gang. Remember those? TBI has bigger fish to fry to stop things like Summer from happening. And people need to understand that. It's not our place to jump in. It becomes dangerous for us. There's other crime in Tennessee. They're not wasting I'm sure they got Summer at the top of their list. However, it's their job to solve this shit and not ours. And I'm sorry, Helen, I upset you and you left over it. I don't think that you're in America, and I don't mean this rudely, but I don't think you understand how America works, and we depend on our police task forces to keep us safe and not to have corruption. So we have to sit out here with our eyes wide open and hope that there's a few good police officers out there, right? That wants things done for the better good. I think the cartel and ICE busts that are going on right now are very pertinent to our country. And it might help solve a case like Summers. I don't understand why people don't get the bigger picture. Look up the James Light bust. That's all I could tell you.
Functional. It actually had the acid down in there.
The drugs come from cartels, shipping supplies up from the Mexican border. And remember, I-40 is a hot zone for traffickers.
The reason why Nashville's so important is because when I-40 runs east, and once it gets to Nashville, it's either going to take 65 up to Ohio and that Kentucky area, or that's either going to go east on 24 down towards Atlanta.
Interdiction Trooper Rhett Campbell walks us through another shocking find, but one he's used to.
Instantaneously, you can see the popper rivets holding that in and the screws. And upon removing that door, I could immediately see kilo packages that were located in the compartment.
He pulls out kilo after kilo, almost 12 pounds of cocaine worth north of $130,000. It's shoved in a cavity behind this car's wheel well.
If a compartment is constructed in that area and it's lead lined, it's more than likely been across the southwest border, and it's trying to decept the x-ray machines that they use down there.
It may have, but the THP interdiction team has its own camera. Campbell shows us how his device works. We hid 3 water bottles in this SUV, and in barely seconds.
And there they are. 1, 2, 3. And you can see how white those images are. There's 3 different bottles.
It's not always that easy. So this team will keep working and hunting for drugs.
The harder they can make it, they may feel that we're going to become more discouraged, when in fact, with this team, that's the opposite.
Because each stop and each bust is another battle won in a war that may never end. Eric Egan, News 2.
My point is there are always something bigger. If Summer was in a situation where she was trafficked, that would mean could be something much larger at the end of the reason as to why. Maybe it's not just Summer's case we're solving when we come out here and we put a little bit of trust into the TBI. Lawson, you could fuck off. You had pedo sons. In my opinion, you're a bad cop. Okay? But we have to put our faith in her, and they're not always right, and they do lie, and there is a lot of politics, and us Americans hurt, right? Because of the politics. They know how to manipulate our minds and start war between the right and the left. The government's not. Trust me, mind manipulation is one of the first things CIA agents learn. They know how to manipulate us. I hate South Korea. I think they're assholes, but the one thing I will stand with them that they say is the propaganda. There's a lot of fucking propaganda here in the United States, not to the point where our freedoms should be taken like they are in Korea, right? But you see them feeding us and our children junk all the fucking time in any way, whether it be the internet, television, video games. It's up to us to be strong and to look at it and see the bigger picture. Somewhere behind Summer, in my opinion, is a much larger picture. And I believe, in my opinion, when answers come out for Summer, it's going to solve way more than just Summer's case. That's my opinion. Based on Fred Hill and Ziggy living down in Miami. But I'm going to stay away from that because that kind of shit can get you murdered. Truth. Okay, as a matter of fact, I've been on here almost 2 hours. I'm not going to talk about my locals today. What I want to do is I want you to go read the comments in my community post. Yes, they're of my brother-in-law, call me delusional and all this other shit. But I want you to look at his response about how he doesn't care about that kid and how he doesn't deny the things my family does and have been involved in. That's really all I wanted from the fat penis head. But anyways, and I'm fat too. But dude's a dick. Let me tell you about the time his daddy pissed on my little brother when my brother was a baby. Or let's talk about the time that he shut the electric off and beat the fuck out of my sister all over her house. Military or not, you're not a good dude. So quit coming out here and fucking acting like you are and don't be on there. Oh, you're partying in Vegas. Bitch, I'll show you a fucking Vegas. You know damn well I ain't fucking playing Bob Ward. Go get your motherfucking attorneys. I want to know what happened to my niece. And I have a feeling you know based on your part-time weekend girlfriend. And it could connect to this little girl's case. You know, the one you said you don't fucking care about? Grab a link, you fucking bald-headed motherfucker. You met Kathy's daughter. You met the wrong one, bitch. I fucking promise you, because you ain't really know my daddy. You about to find out. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Peace and love. Helen, I'm sorry I upset you. You have to understand it from an American standpoint. And we're all allowed to have our own opinions. I don't disagree with your opinion that there's corruption. I just feel if we do not trust all police officers, who do we trust? Then it would be anarchy, right? And that's what YouTube is creating, an anarchy. Don't trust the police. We can't do that in America. We have to rely on them. However, if you see corruption, we also have to see something and say something and tell it. Ronnie Lawson, I see corruption with your son. All right, guys. Yes, Dawn lived in Florida at one time, too. All right, I'll talk to you all later. Peace and love. Maybe I'll come back tonight. Maybe I won't. I do want to talk about this church stuff. If I do, I don't really want to come back. I'm trying to change my content a little. I want to keep it summer, but I think there's bigger things we can look at that can lead to many summers. All right. Talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye.